guys, it's Sue here. Go back to my channel. Alright guys, for today's video, I am indeed going to be doing a skincare empties video. I haven't done one in a hot minute, so it's going to be interesting. And yes, I also have some couple of throwaways products that I will just be throwing out without finishing them, just because I just don't like them enough to even go through it. So yeah, this will be very interesting. Alright, without further ado, let's get this video started. Yay! Alright, we're going to start off with this white little top here. This is the nidalee Daily Toner Pad, which I just recently raved about in my recent video. And I absolutely love this toner pad. And yes, indeed, like I said, I am on my second one. So this is a toner pad, which is basically a cotton pad already pre-soaked in essence. So all you gotta do is take it out and then wipe your face or skin with it. And the fact is, this toner pad is so hydrating. It has got to be the most hydrating toner pad I've ever come across. And it is so big. Like, hello. Anything that makes my face look smaller is welcomed. And this also has BHA, PHA, which are both great to take care of dead skin cells. Also, BHA is great for taking care of the pores. At first, to be honest, I didn't see much of a difference. I just really liked the fact that it was hydrating. But after a month, I could totally tell a difference in my skin texture and how well my skincare and makeup would settle on top. So yes, a total yes. The only downside of this toner pad is that they used a generic cotton pad, and I am not the biggest fan of these kind of cotton pads. You guys know I've been preparing something on my own, so I know a little thing or two about toner pads. But yeah, these are the most basic ones that you can get, and they don't feel the softest on the skin, to be honest, because they do fuzz up. Even though I'm not a big fan of the cotton pad, the material itself, just because it has so many other great properties, I'm willing to overlook it. So third time around, would it be gonna make you wanna get down with a whole essence? Back again, you phrase don't bang, go tell a friend, yeah. Oh my god, if you know what the song is, we're soulmates. Like, seriously, we're meant to be. Ladies and gentlemen, let's drop it. Let's hear it for Mito on. Actually, how do you pronounce her name? Mito on. Yeah, Mito on. Mito on Cell Rejuvenation, 10% niacinamide, boosting Ampule. Oh my gosh, everybody please, a standing ovation. This Ampoule has 10% of niacinamide in it, and I've been using this also. I am on my second bottle, sorry. And I'm halfway, more than halfway through this. Oh my gosh, no. Please, don't go away. So I've been using this serum for like a month and a half as well, somewhere about that. And guys, I swear, I have seen my facial tone, skin tone get brighter using this. And it just really did amaze me. Especially, I have a lot of hyperpigmentation on my chin areas, and with this, I just noticed that the pace of these hyperpigmentation getting lighter and fading away totally increased. So I was just like, all right, hold up, excuse me. And that has really got me hooked onto the niacinamide ingredient itself. So niacinamide, not like I said, it's great for not only brightening up your overall skin complexion, but it's a great anti-inflammatory, great antioxidant, and it also regulates sebum production. So, and let me just say, it's unlike like vitamin C or like retinol, it's a very stable ingredient. So you can use it during the day, you can use it during the night. So I have been testing out a couple of niacinamide products, but so far, I'm hooked. As you guys can see, I am so hooked. Now, as for the formula, I think it's great also because I didn't find it to be too light, nor too heavy. So I honestly do think this is a great formula for all skin types to use. Especially now when it's a little bit more chillier, especially if you have more of an oily skin type. But it has a bit of that viscosity, but it blends out ever so lightly. So it's a really good formulation. I don't have any discomfort when using it. So hell yes! Of course, I love using this. Alright, next up here, I actually have 3 mists, guys. 3 freaking mists. Alright, aside from toner pads, I love mists. From the moment I open up my eyes in the morning, the first thing I would do is reach out for a mist and just douse my face with it. Alright, let me start off with the CMP Laboratory Propolis Ampule Mist. Yes, I have got to say, this has one of the most elegant spritz on it. And I think when it comes to mists, the experience is so important. And of course, spritz is one of them. Hate is a very strong word, but I found myself not reaching out for mist with spritz or the spring that's a bit more stiff and that it feels like someone's spitting at you, to be honest. But this one, it feels like you're at a spa getting pampered. Yes. Oof. Okay. And it has that fragrance of that honey a very subtle scent, I gotta say. It has a very honey, something sweet, something very skincare-ish. And as for the formula, I found this to be a perfect combination of hydration and moisturization. So it's not too light where it's watery, but it's not too heavy where I feel like it might block my pores or anything like that. Maybe for the summer it might be a little too heavy, but definitely for the winter, this is definitely a yes. And I've noticed that this is very affordable. This is only 15,000 won. Considering it's CMP. CMP is on the more pricier side. I found that to be shocking. I might have a backup. I am not sure. I have too much skincare to keep track of, but I will definitely be repurchasing this. Oh guys, I'm sorry. Let me just fill you guys more in about the ingredients. This also has hyaluronic acid, betaine, panthenol, and propolis, which is an amazing ingredient for all types of skin all around. It has great repairing properties, anti-inflammatory properties. It's also a great ingredient for acne-prone skin. So it's for the ingredients, yes. For the formulation, yes. For the spritz, hell yes. Like, start out with this one and you'll be just alert into the world of mist like I am. All right, let's move on. And then I have the Time Revolution Missha Artemisia Treatment Essence. And because this does have 100% Artemisia extract, it's absolutely calming. The formulation is very light and it's very, very it feels very relaxing on the skin, if you will. Now the formula, even though it does feel light at first, it has a very slight slippery finish, if you will. Nothing unpleasant, but it just feels like it's doing its job in coating your skin with that lightness, goodness. This did take me a bit while to use up compared to the other mists I have. And I asked myself, why? Why did it take me this long to finish this up? And I have to say, the spritz on this bottle is not too elegant. But when you press it down, not only is the spring short, but it's also very stiff. So for the record, like to really go in with my mist. Like I will do 100 pumps, but because the spritz is stiff, my finger kind of hurts and it just doesn't help with me getting that really nice experience. So I think that's the reason why it took me this long to finish it up. All right, next we have the Dr. Jart Ceramidin Cream Mist. Another favorite, another absolute favorite of mine, especially in the winter times. This, unlike the Missha one, has a very, very nice spritz, even though I gotta say, it's not the spa one. But I did enjoy this. I have backups, ample backups of it, and I will continue to use it. This mist has ceramidin in it, which is honestly one of my favorite ingredients to go for in the winter times because it does get colder and drier. And ceramide is basically a fatty lipid that creates a barrier that prevents permeability. So this just means that it's going to do a really good job in locking down the moisture of your skin, and it prevents dryness, it prevents irritation. And so with that being said, the formula is definitely a lot more creamier, and as a matter of fact, the formula itself is a milky one. And when you apply it, it definitely gives you more of that glow, more of that fuerte glow that products that are a bit more oily will give you. Oily, not in a really negative or bad sense, but just gives you that really nice moisturized, nourished glow. All right, next in the box, I have these two beautiful sweet ampoules. This is the Medicube Super Cica Ampoule, and yes, me loves. This was such a nice, basic, calming, hydrating ampoule that I honestly would recommend to all skin types. This has metacassic acid. Will I ever be able to memorize that? Metacassic acid, metacassoside, asiatic acid, asiaticoside. And it also has 61.5% Centella asiatica extract. So this is, wait, let me just fix my hair, sorry. So this is a very, very calming ampoule. And it's not only calming, but it's very hydrating as well. It's just one of those ampoules that really slides on, get absorbed immediately. No fuss whatsoever. Oh, I have some left. Ooh, this is not an empty. I have a precious bit of it left. But it does give you a bit of that slipperiness at first, but once you slide it on, it absorbs instantly. No complaints. Oh, actually, yes, I do have a complaint. So it's not really specific to this product, but sometimes when it comes to ampoules, you cannot get to the bottom. Like, you cannot get to the last teeny tiny drop, and that is a pet peeve of mine, because when I use up a skincare, I want to use it to the every single last drop. And also another pet peeve is that I would just really like it if brands came out with bigger bottles of serums, because I think this took me like 2 weeks to use up just one. And I'm just saying, these are not cheap. These are not affordable. They do cost a bit. Just rather they come out with like a jumbo sized, even though it might be pricier. I just think that's so convenient. And plus, you're saving so much resources. I would appreciate it if that happened. All right, we only have a couple left. And next, we do have the Real Berry Extreme here. Actually, this is my second empty. I don't know where my other empty is. I've emptied 2 of these during this winter because I absolutely love the formula. This is their cream, their intense reformulated cream that they came out with. And it has really interesting ingredients like their omega ceramide and triple ceramide ingredients. These are, of course, patented. It's their own formulated special ingredient. And to be honest, when you first take a look at this and you try it out, it's not one of those formulas where you're like blown away, but it does such a good job in locking down the hydration of your skin, especially during the winter. This really does help with your dehydration or dryness. I gotta say, when I did use this, I did kind of have to melt it and rub it down between my fingers just because it did feel a little dense. But afterwards, I just would tap it down and it would work wonders. All right, last I see this sun cushion. And yes, it is the Bringreen Teatree Toneup Sun Cushion. Me loves this. I highly recommend it for all skin types, actually, even to dry skin types, because I didn't find this to be particularly drying at all. So this is a physical, like I said, SPF. It has zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. And the great thing is that it comes in the cushion foam. So all you gotta do is just dab the puff into the cushion where it's filled with the SPF content and just go to town with it, guys. Just reapply on the higher point of your face. You can reapply this throughout the day. You can carry this anywhere you want. The formulation's great. It doesn't feel stiff, and because it's in the cushion foam, it's really easy to blend it out. And also, it doesn't get messy with the sweat and the oils, like I mentioned. And it's really affordable, like WTF. And I actually bought a backup recently. I think, yes, she is. This is my second cushion. Absolutely love. I highly recommend. All right, guys, now for the throwaways. I know this is going to hurt a bit. Oof, brands, please don't take this too hot. Just means that these weren't for me. So the first two I'm just going to be brief because I actually talked about these two in a recent video where I talked about skincare that I did not appreciate. So we have the CMP Lab. This is the Blackhead Clear Kid No Strip. This is a different one, guys. And I explained to you guys, I thought this was the regular Blackhead Clear Kit that I love using, but it turned out to be a strip form, so I'm not a big fan of strip. And this is the Labiat UV Veil Sun Cushion, which I did actually love, and I did recommend it to you guys. But after testing it a bit more nowadays, I just realized this looks hella messy by itself. I think this worked great under makeup, but this on its own looked really, really messy on my skin. So I'm saying goodbye to this. The last product I'll be throwing away is this Cica y Chico Nude Fantasy Whitening Cream. So I know this is actually a bestseller at a retail store, one of the retail stores, but I was so disappointed with this. This is basically a toner cream. When you first apply it, you're like, wow, this looks promising. Like it's El Dorado, full of hopes and dreams and gold because it's really hydrating. But after you blend it out and after a couple of minutes, maybe an hour, it starts to feel more and more drying because the moisture or the hydration that's in the formulation, I feel like it dries up. So as time goes by, this just didn't feel and it didn't look pretty or flattering on my skin. All right, guys, that was it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what were some of the skincare empties that you emptied out. Hashtag skincare commitment. Guys, stick to your skincare products, all right? It's good for your skin, it's good for the environment, it's good for your bank account. So let's all stick to our skincare. All right, guys, make sure to like this video if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next. Ciao!